Boys, get off the ice!
We're training for the Olympics, sir.
During the filming of Breakthrough, I had the opportunity to sit down and talk with Hollywood movie producer Devon Franklin, best known for films like Miracles from Heaven and Heaven is for Real. We talked about his inspiration for making this movie. Devon, what was it about the Smiths that captured you?
Their honesty and their transparency and just the power. You know, I mean, Joyce is a force of nature. So meeting her, I was just immediately compelled, by her story. And then what was so interesting is like, okay, here's Joyce, an older white woman, and here's John, this young Latino kid. I'm like, what's going on here? And then Pastor Jason is like, okay, wait a minute, is this some new kind of blended family? What is this? And so to hear their stories and to hear how each one, was a part of it, it just was like, okay, I gotta find a way to make this story because it's just too unique.
In the water that day, I was ready to give up, but then I hear this voice telling me, go back. Either I'm nuts
Or God's talking to you.
but I don't believe in God. I hope he's gonna be okay.
We're not gonna get through this alone.
When you heard this story, you probably thought, why isn't this a movie already? Probably A. And how could this happen? Am I putting words in your mouth or is...
No, I didn't think why, how come it's not a movie yet?
Yeah.
Because I was like, if they're talking, I know no one's found this story.
Yeah.
Because I knew it hadn't really, people knew about it when it first happened, but I knew that this hadn't been out there in a way, because all people heard was that Joyce prayed John back to life initially, but there was so much more to the story. So I knew once I started hearing more of the story, I said, oh, nobody has this. So I was quick to try to put it together. The other part was, when I heard it, I just felt like, oh man, this has got to be told. I've just never experienced this type of story before. I've never heard of anyone, going into, a hospital room and praying someone back to life.
No. Please, God, send your Holy Spirit to save my son.
I've never heard this before. And so I'm like, is this true? And then Pastor Jason sent me videos and I looked at the research material and I'm like, man, this is real. And Pastor Sam, who was the host of the TBN program where I met the Smith family and Pastor Jason as well, he said, man, this is an amazing story. You got to make the movie. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so here we are 2 years later and we're in production, about halfway through the film. And that is just, it's remarkable.
Yeah. Do you think in this day and age that miracles are hard to believe?
No, I think miracles are easy to believe. I think it's just a matter of perspective. What happens is we get into life, we get so frustrated, we get caught up in the hustle and bustle that we overlook the miracle. We woke up. That's a miracle. I don't have to consciously think about breathing. I'm not connected to a machine that's breathing for me. Miraculous. So too often we get caught up so much in the minutia of life that it becomes a block to seeing miracles that are right before us. Every day we got them. Every day we experience it. In Miracles from Heaven, the film that I did, last live action film I produced, there was a quote we used in the film. I believe it was from Einstein. To those that believe, everything is a miracle. To those that don't, nothing is. So I want to be on the side of believing so I can see the miracles every day.
And there is a trend in the movies that you gravitate to.
Yeah.
And is that your way of saying, yeah, world, wake up, there is hope? That there is
without
God?
a doubt. Without a doubt. It's like, world, wake up. There's hope, there's love, and there's God. I want to, in films like this, when they're true stories, true stories of faith, I want to make the case for God. Not that God needs me to be his attorney, right? He's good. However, I do think that people turn to entertainment for inspiration, information, and I do think that, me having the opportunity to be a part of the entertainment community and have the ability to bring content to the theater, I take that very seriously. And content to the small screen, I take it very seriously. And so I like to make films that the skeptic will say, man, I don't know. Okay, Devon, I know you were involved in Heaven's for Real, but okay, I don't believe that. Okay, Miracles from Heaven, I don't know how she got cured when she fell down the tree, but no, I don't think so. Man, wow. The kid is alive. I saw the medical record, he was dead, and the mother did pray him back to life. Maybe there's something to that. So it's about just being consistent, making the case, so that the person that didn't want to believe is compelled to do nothing but believe.
I don't believe John will survive the night.
You don't know my son. He is a fighter. So I need you to be the best for John, and you just let God do the rest.